Hello and welcome to episode 145 of The Pilgrimage on FM23. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode I've got two games for you. In first match we are away to Torino, and in the second match we're at home to Inter. So let's get straight into it, and I'll show you the team to face Torino in just a moment. Okay, here is the team for this one, and it is Ado in goal. Back four is Denia, Diaye, Dorrington and Quacquarelli. Pamela at the base of midfield, Lavia and Smith ahead of him. Teixeira on the left, Joffre on the right, Stamenkovic up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant is recommending if you carry your last performance into this match, we'll do well. We are on a great run at the moment, so let's pump the fists. No, can't do that. Outstretch the arms and agree with him. And let's go into the tunnel for our tunnel interview. How will today's weather conditions affect the match? My players can adapt. What's the secret behind your success? Hard work. All our work's geared towards scoring goals. They win matches. Okay, so let's get into the action. And as always, first 10 minutes we'll just see how things shake out, and if we need to make changes after that we will do. I'm hoping to leave it as long as possible if we can though. Just given the fitness issues in the squad, got a number of players who are tiring, so if we can give anybody a full 90 minutes off, then that would be great. And we've just lost the ball in midfield there, but won it straight back to Teixeira, to Lavia. Smith plays it over the top. Stamenkovic doesn't get there, and suddenly our opponents, Torino, are in our area. And it's cleared away, but only as far as Cavagna, and then we do finally smash it clear, and the highlight comes to an end. Now it's up the other end. Denia with the throw in to Stamenkovic, who beats his man. It's headed away, and Quacquarelli picks up the loose ball, gets past the defender, cuts it back, and Vedran Stamenkovic heads it into the back of the net. 13 minutes gone. It is Torino 0, Juventus 1. So that's a great start, and we need to keep that going. I'm not going to make changes in the first half. I am going to literally leave it as long as I possibly can. And I think Pamela's in big trouble here. This could well be red, and it is. And that's not ideal, but we won't make any changes off the back of that because the defensive midfielder is the one who's gone, so we'll just leave us without one. That's fine. And Ado's absolutely dropped a clanger there, and we've conceded from the free kick, so immediately it's Torino 1, Juventus 1. No sooner are we down to 10 men than we've lost our advantage as well. So I think a demand more now is absolutely crucial. Lavia. Back to Dorrington. Finds Diaye. Plays it into Lavia. Over the top for Teixeira. He's in behind. And he's hit the crossbar. And it's cleared without it having crossed the line. So close to going back in front. Wasn't to be. And it's another free kick to us. Lavia's ball in, cleared. And Diaye gets a chance to clear it completely. Joffre takes it off him. Quacquarelli to Dorrington. Lavia back to Dorrington. Diaye into Lavia, who gives it straight to Cavagna. Sosa back to Cavagna, back to Cleo, finds Bella, into Adria, back to Bella, into Schweitzer, Botta to Bella, finds Cleo, and Torino are keeping the ball very easily here at the moment, although we have got it back now. Teixeira turns away from his marker, finds Denia. Lavia's ball in, Stamenkovic onto Joffre, and off the bar, and Teixeira knocks the rebound in. It is Torino 1, Juventus 2. We're back in front, but still a man light, so we will we'll say we might be at a numerical disadvantage. That means we have to work harder to get a result. I'm going to send them out without making any changes, and as I say, we're going to leave it absolutely as long as we possibly can. Torino are in shocking form, so we should be able to take advantage even with 10 men, and that's really close from Teixeira, but the free kick goes just over the bar. Sosa into Adria, plays it out to the right hand side. Chodel back to Cavagna. Chodel pulls it back. Schweitzer's shot deflected behind for a corner. We're going to demand more again. Still no substitutions yet, although there are a couple of players who are not very far away from not being able to carry on much longer. I want to leave it till 70 minutes if I can, and we're going to get there. Cavagna gets it back and turns, plays in Chodel. It's cleared, but only as far as Adria. Cavagna again pulls it back to Cleody, and Adria finds the back of the net, and it is Torino 2, Juventus 2. And I think now probably is the jumping off point to make the substitutions. So let's see what we can bring on and what might benefit us for the rest of the match. So Teixeira's shattered, so we'll bring on Alejandro Garnacho. Lavia's absolutely exhausted, we'll bring on Tinino. We will bring on Hakar on the right hand side. In fact, no, Hakar can come on up front for Stamenkovic. Amara Battley can come on the right hand side for Joffre. And we'll take one of the centre backs off. So that will be Dorrington for James White. And that's all 5 changes made with 20 minutes left. And we're already a man down. So let's see, can we manage to find one more goal to hopefully wrap up the win? Let's demand more and see if we can manage to fashion one more opportunity to give us the 3 points. Botta's throw in for Torino. Pagararo, Quacquarelli gives it away, but we get away with that one. And we're into the last 10 minutes. And we're on the attack this time. Quacquarelli to White, to Diei, into Tinino. Diei receives it back, plays it to Garnacho on the left hand side. He pulls it back for, I think it was Denia. Apologies. White into Tinino. Smith to Quacquarelli, into Battley. Gets to the byline. He's surely been crunched there for a penalty. I want Hakar to take it, if at all possible. Penalty awarded, and we won't get to change it. And it is Hakar, and he sends the keeper the wrong way. It is Torino 2, Juventus 3. So we're going attacking for the last 6 minutes of the match to try to hold Torino at bay. And we're into stoppage time. There's 4 minutes of that. And that is job done. Torino 2, Juventus 3. So despite going down to 10 men, we have held on for the win. Playing well over an hour, a man light. But it finished Torino 2, Juventus 3. And I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode, and this time it's a home match against league leaders Inter. The team for this one, Ado in goal, back four of Denia, White, Dorrington and Quacquarelli, Delcor at the base of midfield, Torino and Lavia ahead of him, Teixeira on the left, Batili on the right, Stamenkovic up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant wants us to show everyone the recent praise is justified and put on a real show. I am going to disagree with him. I am going to pump the fists. I am going to say Inter are unbeaten in the last 7 league games. I'm convinced we can end that run. And let's go out into the tunnel. What do you attribute a recent good home run to? Hard work. We're in a good place. Dressing room are chomping at the bits to settle some scores. Okay, let's get out there and try and do just that. We're in great form. We've lost 1 of the last 5, won the other 4. So let's see if we can build on that and get a result in this one. Batili brings it to Delcor. White at the back to Dorrington, into Delcor. Back to Dorrington. Torino to Lavia. Batili plays Quacquarelli in down the right hand side. His cross. And it's off the outside of the post from Stamenkovic. The highlight comes to an end. But that's an encouraging opening 12 minutes. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Drop and encourage. Quacquarelli into Batili, who turns beautifully. Plays in Stamenkovic. His shot across the keeper. His 29th goal of the season. Makes it Juventus 1, Inter 0. And that is a really, really important goal. I will bring the league table up to just illustrate how important. That has got us back to within 3 points of Inter with a better goal difference and a game in hand. So the title is back in our own hands. Quacquarelli to Batili, but it's given away. Gunnarsson to Francillo. Quacquarelli intercepts. Dorrington to White, into Torino. Delcor. Torino to Teixeira, back to White. Torino to Denia, Teixeira, Torino, White. We're really passing it around very nicely at the moment. Let's see if we can do something really, really penetrating with it. Quacquarelli forward for Batili. Plays it in. Stamenkovic can't get there. Abruzzese brings it clear. Quacquarelli wins it back. Delcor to Stamenkovic. Into Lavia. And Teixeira with the finish. His 16th of the season. And it is Juventus 2, Inter 0. And we've played 31 minutes. So that is brilliant. Further stretches our goal difference advantage. It's up to 3 now. So that is excellent news. We just need to keep it that way. And there's your half-time whistle. I'm not going to make any changes at half-time. That first half was as near perfect as it gets. So I'm going to totally agree with my assistant and just send the boys straight back out there with an encourage. And let's see how they get on in the second half. And in all honesty, it's been a relatively even game if you look at the stats. We've just taken our chances when they've come. And if we can continue to do that, we'll be in a great place. Huguet, though, is through for Inter. And manages to win a corner with a save by the keeper. Huguet with the outswinging corner. Headed away. Dorrington will keep it in. And crosses the halfway line. He's going to need support. He turns, fires it all the way back to the keeper, who launches it, and the highlight, thankfully, comes to an end. That was not the right ball to play, and he very nearly made us pay for that. And that was Dorrington, wasn't it? Question is, what changes and when? Battley back to Dorrington, finds Delcourt, plays it out to Denia on the left. Tonino gives the ball away, and they can come again. It's played into Bravini, and it's a goal for Inter. Krattenmacher with the finish. Is he offside? Sadly, he's not. It is 2-1, so we'll demand more. And I think at this point we do need to make some changes. So Quacquarelli's going to come off for DAE. Delcourt is going to come off for... In fact, he's not. Tonino will come off for Ian Smith. Teixeira's going to come off to be replaced by Garnacho. Patrisco will replace Battley. And I think I'll take White off. In fact, I won't. I'll leave the final substitution for a little while longer as Kanga comes forward into the area and thankfully hits the post. Dorrington clears, but only as far as Makengo. It's cleared. Teixeira is dispossessed, and thankfully it loops into the arms of Gianni Ado, and the highlight does come to an end. Demand more, definitely needed. We also need to go attacking as well, so we can do that first and then we can demand more. And let's see if we can just see this through. We do. Juventus 2, Inter 1, and I'll be back in a moment to show you the league table and tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, time now to take a look at the league table, and as I hinted at during the last match, we are second in the league, 3 points adrift of Inter, with a game in hand and now a superior goal difference, and having just beaten them as well. I think that means that we should, in theory, have the advantage in head-to-head. So hopefully, if we end up level with them, the goal difference will be irrelevant anyway. So the title is entirely in our own hands. And let's have a look at when I'm going to bring you back. That's not the right one. There we go. What we'll do is I will play through until the games against Napoli and Roma in the league in early May, and I will then show you the final 2 games of the season on the following episode. Obviously, if something dramatic happens in the first leg of either of the quarterfinal of the Europa League or the semi-final of the Coppa Italia, then I may change that and bring you back and show you the second legs of those instead. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for Monday to Friday Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.